Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be looking at Invest 92W again. And last night the GTWC declared it as a tropical depression, and at the moment there is big uncertainty on its long range track. So as I'm going to show you, the GFS has one solution, then the ACM has like a major difference solution at the longer range. So as I said, if you're in the Mariana Islands, like Guam and all that, you just need to keep an eye on this because it could easily change in that. But as I'm saying, so with the GFS, when we're going towards weekend, you could see it's taking it really close to Guam and the Mariana Islands, and when we go on, it's bringing it over Guam and the Mariana Islands, and it's at this point 920 millibars. But like what you have to remember is with the GFS, it also overdoes the pressure. So if it's in like 920, it's probably not going to go that low, but it has done before, so it is one to keep an eye on. So if that came off the way it is, it's probably like a high end Cat 4 to a Cat 5, and that would be devastating for the Mariana Islands. And then as we go on, it's going through the whole chain of the Mariana Islands, so all the islands will be affected by this, and then there'd be like huge swells in the seas like for about a week to 2 weeks. So if you're out on the coast, be careful in that, cause there could be high tides and higher currents than normal. So just be aware of that. And as we go on, it just it exits northeastwards, and it goes towards America and Alaska area. Like it's gonna go towards there. But the reason why it's going across the Mariana Islands, you could say there's nodes of high pressure sticking towards the north of this typhoon. So the typhoons, it can't go north. It can go north, but it can't go west, can't go east. So it has to take the exit northeast, because this embedded trough is like really close to this low, and like when there's an embedded trough, the typhoons or lows or hurricanes, they always get attracted towards them. So if the digging trough comes down and it gets close enough to the typhoon, it just picks it up and it sweeps it away. So it's just following the kind of trough area, but it can't go west, it can't go east, so it has to go northeast to exit out. And then as you can see, there's a gap between these high pressures. So if I go to the MSLP anomaly, you could see, like, so obviously the darker the red it is, the stronger the high pressure is, and like obviously the weaker it is, like the weaker colors, the weaker it is. So you could see in the middle here, it's a lot weaker than compared to just say here and then here in the center. So it has to go like kind of like that way. So that's the GFS with that run. And the ACM's got a whole different solution to this at the long range. So obviously it's quite like similar to the GFS up to this range, but what it does differently is it takes it like west to the Mariana Islands. So apart from the high pressure being up here, there's low pressure instead of it. So there's no block like to block it from going either west or east or like whatever. Now, so it's going west, cause it can't go north at this point in time towards the Mariana Islands, because it's a lot stronger and it's a lot further south. And apart from the high pressure being here, it's a low pressure, so it's forcing it more towards the east. And as you can see, it is a bit like slacker with the pressure, but it's still enough to force it more west, and it's going towards the Philippines at this range. And when we go further on into the following week, towards the 27th of February, it's going towards the Philippines, and as we go on, it just weakens to a tropical depression before it hits the Philippines. So even if you're in the Philippines, you have to keep an eye on this, because it could even come to you guys, but it's very unlikely, and I'm going to show you like the mean track of what all ensembles are saying in a minute. The HWRF, and like the reason why it's got a hyphen and a P, it's basically the HWRF still, but it's more zoomed out. So if you're on the HWRF, normally it's more zoomed in. So like with this one, you can see a wider scope. So as you can see, it's going to get stronger towards the 940 odd millibar range. So it's definitely going to be between a Cat 3, Cat 4 super typhoon, maybe even super typhoon, as I just said there. And with this run, it's getting quite close to the Mariana Islands, and they're gonna get like tropical storm force winds with this run, maybe the to mid range, but like it's totally different to the GFS as well. It's not taking it towards the north of the Mariana Islands, and as we go further on, it does start to turn more towards the north, but it's missing them altogether. So if this was to come off, the Mariana Islands like Guam and that are gonna have high surfs and high swells, and probably low to mid range tropical storm force winds. So pretty gusty, but it's not a direct impact with this run. And we're looking at the sea surface temperature anomaly chart for the Western Pacific. So as you can see here, these islands here are the Mariana Islands, and the bottom one's Guam. So at the moment, the sea surface temperatures are between 28 to 27 degrees, so that's more than enough for typhoon development, and that could support a Cat 3, Cat 4 typhoon. So that's really concerning. When we'll look at, as I said, we're going to be looking at the if I can find it here. No current storms, but anyways, there was a meme that I saw hours ago where the majority of the GFS ensembles are taking it well over the Mariana Islands, so it's got loads of support from the GFS and its ensembles. In the other ones, it's more of a spread, but it's more towards the Mariana Islands than the Philippines. If you get what I'm getting at. So at the moment, it's more favoured for the Mariana Islands because of that huge ridge blocking it from from going anywhere else apart from more of a northeastwards turn to go towards that embedded trough. So it tries to exit out. So it's looking really concerning if you're in the Mariana Islands. So we're going to be looking at the Invest 92, which we affecting the Mariana Islands. So at the moment, it's not too well organized, but there is a kind of a circulated low. As you can see towards the end of that run, you can see there's a bit of spin going like that. So there is a circulated low pressure in this, but it's not well defined at the moment, so it probably is right to call it a tropical depression, but it's not a tropical storm at this point because there's not enough circulation and it's not wrapping around enough to classify it as a tropical storm. But it is looking a lot healthier than it did yesterday, and it's looking, as I said, concerning. And in the moment, it's moving towards the west. Obviously, it's moving west, and these are the color scales here. So if there's a typhoon and it's got the pinks in it, like between the minus 80 cloud tops and minus 90 cloud tops, that is very intense. That's like a Cat 5 typhoon. So if there's a typhoon and if you see like these purple colors inside the eye wall, that is very dangerous sign. That it's very strong. And then obviously as you go up the scale, it means it's weaker. So as you get to the blues and obviously the greys, it's weaker and weaker and weaker. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, please like and subscribe and turn on the post notifications. And as I said, if you're in the Mariana Islands, it's looking really concerning, really dangerous. So keep an eye on with the local authorities, and just keep an eye out. And I might do an update tomorrow on it if there's any more updates and like any more developments on it. And I might even do a UK weather update for the next week to 10 days as well. So as I said, I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe, turn the post notifications on, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you tomorrow for another update.